Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. This is Tuesday. It's Tuesday morning for me. This is ExO Economy Core. This is where we get the updates about what's going on all throughout the ExO economy, and the place where somebody can come if they have some sort of a need to move things forward. They feel stuck, blocked, need a little help. That's what we do in the second half of the meeting after the updates are done. And this whole thing is designed just to sort of keep things moving forward a little bit, 1 week at a time. And it seems to be working. So over time, we're getting there. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Nikki, then Eric, then Kevin, and then we'll have updates from the rest of the crew here about what's going on in the ExO economy. So,
all right. Thanks, Kent. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We're starting a new group, the ExOs to WEXOs communications channel. So we're trying to work through some of the issues of getting the demo underway to convert our ExOs to WEXOs, the wrapped token, so that it can be traded publicly on the Ethereum block as paired with the Ethereum. That we have a lot more data coming up on that, but there's only so much we can do without having the actual demo in place. So that's what we're working on next. Hope to get some updates on that from the tech team. The doubling challenge analysis roles are being populated with non-data scientists, and that's okay. We want people to weigh in on the feedback that's coming in. And we'll be doing an update at the town hall number 9 coming up. We think it's going to be August 31st. Haven't gotten confirmation from speakers yet, but that's the goal, is to sort of introduce and demonstrate some of the next steps and what we're up to. So both the ExOs to WEXOs bridge, we'll have an update for that. We're doing the doubling challenge analysis debut of what we think of what happened and some of the stats that came down the hall. And then Angelo's been working hard on the academy, the ExOs Academy, which is going through a name change. So we invite you to weigh in on that. We've got a survey where you can vote and give your perspective on what the name should be, whether it has ExOs in it or not, and all that good stuff. So weigh in on that on the circles and or in the marketplace. I've got Next Gen Economy podcast coming up. We're going to be working on youth and teens who are basically working their way into the decentralized finance field and get them to weigh in on what's going on in their worlds and how they see the future happening. And then we'll do like an analysis. So we'll have a host that basically critiques these videos that we're going to have the kids compete with and make some fun and challenging kinds of outreach and engagement out of that. We have a roadshow in the works on demonstrating one of the Sway proposal success stories, and that's an ExO suit. It's kind of like the Tesla suit with haptics or what have you. So what it is basically an exoskeleton so that somebody that's wheelchair bound can actually stand and walk and work their body and be more progressive and more functional in their world. And so we're working on that as a debut. We'll be introducing it at the town hall and hopefully having a session for it in the ExO World Festival coming up. And I think Kevin will talk about that. And then we are also seeking new resources. We've got our marketplace, we've got the Rutanio marketplace, and we've found another source where they trade in coin, different kinds of coins. So we're experimenting with that and seeing how we can co-create with other communities that do value exchange for tokenization. And other than that, there's a whole lot more going on, but let me turn it over to Eric.
Thanks, Nikki. Good seeing everyone, and thanks for that update. So, part of my role as project coordinator with OpenExO and this ExO economy is kind of, we're coordinating with everybody, right? So that obviously includes Nikki. So helping her out with some Q3, Q4 items that she just talked about, using, of course, Asana as our tool for, sort of project tracking, accountability, that kind of thing. And going back to, the big effort of bringing the ExOs token to market, still ongoing. Najeeb is with us, so he'll be giving us a little bit more detailed update, but I know there's been a lot of testing going on in testnet, and I'm sure they're over at mainnet now looking at that. And so looking forward to that and getting some additional kind of action items and dependencies that some of the teams and individuals need back and forth to kind of facilitate the remaining work that has to be done with testing. Hopefully we can get that taken a look at this week. Over to Core Treasury, a couple things. One is our balance is at least last checked is under 300,000 ExO. So that's kind of a trigger for us to start to get some more. So we had a discussion last week about how we can do that, when that's going to happen, who's going to do what. So we'll be looking at kind of a next tranche, if you will, of EXOs to fund the core treasury so that we can continue to fund all the great proposals and sway and other initiatives like the EXO Transformation Awards and other things that are happening. The second thing is that, as we've been talking about, we are looking to, kind of replace the people within the core treasury and kind of get new blood in there and spread the learning and the knowledge. So Gerardo has posted a listing in the marketplace at openexo.com. So check that out. It's currently open now. We'd love to have one of you join us in the coming days. Other than that, I think Lisa will be talking about the book, of course. Had fun. Actually, last week, we did a little bit of a case study for the Exponential Organization's second edition of the book that's underway, and looking for examples of people that are demonstrating the different attributes within the book. And then lastly, with the ExO Academy, something that I think, as you all know, Angela's working on helping out with some ideas with that, including additional topics like hardware tokens and hardware wallets. So that'll be upcoming as well. So that's it from my side. So over to you, Kevin.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Eric. Really, from my side, what I want to mostly speak about is the upcoming ExO World Festival, which will be happening in October 26 to 30 is the current timeline that we're looking at, and the event will be asynchronous continuous, essentially is what we think, which means that the venue will be open for across that time, which is just shy of 4 days, with events happening across those 4 days. The Decade of the EXO stage, sort of like the what maybe we might call the main stage, will most likely cover like 4 hours each day, with side stages coming from different regions around the world in different languages, with some really exciting stuff that we're looking at, and of course the ExO Economy and everything that we do is it has a place there for stages, sessions, booths, etc.
Live trading.
And
live training.
Live training. I heard live trading.
No,
training.
not that. Not that. Live training. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I will post in the chat, just if you are interested in sharing your thoughts about what you think the event should be like. We still have that open to hear from the community. So you can head over to that website and you can speak to the bot there, and they will ask you a few questions, and it'd be great to get your insight, so that we're doing what it is people are looking for and people want. I'm super excited because I really feel that at this event we'll have a bit of a culmination of what the community has been asking for, and being able to share that at the event, because there are a lot of things in the pipeline. And so really exciting. And I think that's pretty much the main thing I wanted to share at this. The one other thing, of course, is that we announced this at the ExO Awards, but the team from Canoe has joined OpenExO to build out the ExO Builder, so to drive the startup methodology, which includes ExO, into our stack of available solutions. And so if you have never come across their platform or the EBELI process, which is evidence-based, way to start a business, which includes Lean and EXO. You will be seeing it soon because we're going to be doing a whole lot of stuff with regards to that. So that's also really exciting. And in terms of opportunities, that's more opportunities into the economy. I know Pedro has a lot of thoughts around startups and tokens. Some stuff which maybe is not allowed yet or possible, but some I think it's pretty awesome. So that's also really cool. And I think now that's all I wanted to speak about, and I'll go over to Lisa.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So lots going on. The EXO Insight is picking up, definitely getting some more new readers, onboarding some new writers. So it's definitely growing in a great way. Like Eric said, we had the case study event last week. I recently went over it with Peter and Salim, and we went and gave it to Mike Malone. So just tighten that up. Mike Malone has a couple of chapters already. So they're going to be Salim and Peter will be reviewing those shortly. So it's great to see some movement in that direction. And yeah, I'm speaking to some new creators for our platform, for EXO speakers and for the EXO Insight. So great to see all that happening as well. And over to Vanessa.
Hi, team. Good morning. I got some stats to share with you guys on the chat. I've been loving those Insight articles. I've been sharing them all, and on LinkedIn, the impressions have been going up on all of those, and other articles that I have found about Salim and the Canoe joining OpenExO from Kevin. So sharing them all on all our channels. That is all I have. Cesar, you can go next.
How are things looking? Sorry to interrupt you, Vanessa. How are things looking in Discord and Telegram? I know you're monitoring all of those, and I see the numbers. But are people getting help, for example, in the Discord channel? Because that is the primary support channel for anybody that needs help with the wallet or with the ExO economy, that sort of thing in general. Are you seeing some activity over there? Do you want to tell people how to find it? That kind of thing?
Yes, I have actually one community member that is having some issues with his wallet. I'm waiting for him to get back with me, and then I've been communicating with Najeeb. Telegram, we haven't had new members, but I see the people that are interacting there, asking questions, and they've been getting responses from community members. So it's been working pretty well.
Okay, great. Yeah, just I asked that because it's just kind of a little public service announcement. If you're stuck, you need help, Discord, go there first, right? That's the best place to go first. There will be, if you just can't get it sorted, obviously people tend to step up and help, but you've got to start there. It's because
I do have people needing help with the wallet to go to the Discord channel, and any DeFi interest and chats and conversations that I send them to Telegram.
Okay. Yep. All right. Carry on then.
Cesar?
Who's next?
Cesar?
Yes. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, everyone. A comment on that last point. I think the Discord should not only be a channel for support. I think there are many communities operating also in Discord, and many investors community, to your point, Nikki, or how we bring some seed ethers to our project. And for example, the group you created in WhatsApp, I will recommend to move it to Discord. So we stay there instead of moving people into WhatsApp. And then we can make a bridge with some other investor channels in Discord and, when we are ready and stuff. So that will be my recommendation. And on that matter as well, maybe at the end of the meeting, we can, at the end of the, updates, we can review a little bit the offer for those people putting the ethers into the liquidity pool, because without defining that, it will be very difficult to go and pitch anybody, why they should put the ethers there, and that's important to define. And then regarding my update on Sisters Economy, Rutanio, they keep celebrating the anniversary, and they have like 1 month now to go to the 1 million block. So they closed the first, they are gonna be doing a small iterations in different contests. So they closed the first giveaway in Instagram, and they are preparing now a giveaway in Discord. And they are measuring the success of that, bringing people into the community, into the marketplace, into their marketplace that is also Rutanio and ExOs, and into their Discord. So things are good. They have also like YouTube lives every other week with a special guest celebrating their anniversary. So all things good, moving good. Then on Miami, is not a sister economy right now, but the team there is working with a protocol. I don't know if everybody is aware of the Miami coin, but they are working with a protocol that is based on smart contracts in Bitcoin, and it's interesting. So we are looking into that as well, see how we can make a plug into that project. So that's my update.
Who would you like to go next, Cesar?
Yeah, and Najeeb can go next.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one here. The last one, that's okay. Like everyone we are very close. We are on the testing. I would like to just to go a little bit deep on what part of the testing, because we are almost there. One of the things that we want to be sure is, and there, oh, I lost my screen too. We have an issue here with my Windows. I will be talking. I don't know if I will be able to recover mine. Otherwise,
I think we just lost Najeeb.
Yeah, Najeeb, we could hear you but not see you. Now we can see you and not hear you.
There we go. All the functionality on the smart contract that we are working with the gateway. And basically the testing that we are doing right now is to be sure that, are you guys there?
We are here.
Oh, sure.
Yes, we are here, Najeeb. Keep going.
Okay. Well, I think Najeeb is, at least we didn't get the gargle thing, which is like always disturbing.
Did you hear me? No.
So yeah, you've been coming in and out, Najeeb. Are you
okay? If someone can go, I will try to restart my Zoom session.
Okay, I'll go next while we wait for you to come back. Okay. On my side here today, the absolute focus for me on the ExO economy piece is about liquidity. And so in the last week, I had a really great introduction through the new addition to our team. Canoe introduced me to someone who's very, very well versed in the DeFi space and is interested and capable of working in the liquidity pools on Uniswap on behalf of ExOs, and very excited to do it. So Cesar, your question about what do you get for playing in the pool is a really good one. And that's something that we need to look at in particular, starting with the staking reward assignments and how we want to set that up. There are a lot of things to consider in terms of the overall setup there. I don't know if we'll be able to actually do that, live on this call. We can have some discussion about it for sure, but it'll probably be a breakout group. But then also in the terms of, really that's the most important one for now is what do you get when you stake in your WEXOs on the system. So we should have that discussion. It's really important. The good news that I'm trying to share is that there are a handful of people that have already stepped up and said, yeah, I want to do that. And so we're not really, this is great, right? So over time, we're going to see this grow and grow. And I've explained to everyone that we have a series of, I think of them as governors or, caps on transactions and outcomes and things in the beginning so that we can do what Nikki's saying and sort of bring our community online with these capabilities, doing live demos, doing office hours at events. That's going to be a process, everyone, is the reality. Now, at the same time, I am continuing to pursue meaningful discussions with centralized exchanges, and many of you have reached out and offered contacts and things like that. And I've spoken with most all of them, and I am encouraged by what I'm finding at this stage of our development. You will find that when I have these discussions on a live broadcast, I keep it pretty generic. There are reasons for that. I don't want anybody to think it's because I'm trying to keep something back. It's because there are just certain things you can say and certain things you can't say. But I can say unequivocally that we're making great progress on the fronts of decentralized exchanges and on the front of centralized exchanges for the EXOS token. And that is super exciting. It's been a long time coming, and we spent a lot of time building utility and a lot of time with the early stages of distribution, so the right people would have the tokens, and it's really cool to see it coming online like this. All of you out there who get frustrated with how fast or slow it goes, some people think it's too fast, some people think it's too slow. It's going to go the way it's going to go. We're moving as at the pace that we can. So some of you I'll be in touch with to help with some of these aspects as well. But as I said, update on liquidity. It's going very, very well. I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a generic update. There's just only so many things I can say on the live broadcast. So we talk privately. Okay. So Najeeb, did you make it back? He did not. I was really looking forward to hearing that. He just got enough out that I was like, so anybody else want to tell a story? I could tell all kinds of stories. My kids are about to go back to school, and it's awful because of COVID. I don't know what's going to happen. It's so crazy here right now. But yeah.
I don't know if Jill has any update. I think.
Oh, Jillian, you didn't go.
Yeah, no. Thanks, Cesar.
Throw something at us. Goodness.
No, there's I'm actually just working through some of the people that haven't picked up their EXOs actually for still the for the awards. And then there's a few people that are still on my radar from the doubling challenge, just because they had some problems with their wallets. So I'm still having to look and double check and move the dates just to make sure they can still collect. But yeah, there has been quite a lot of people that haven't collected with the awards. I know it's been busy, so I've just given them some time and then I'll bang out a few more emails. That's awesome. But don't worry, Kent, my kids are back at school in COVID. It's crazy here too. And yeah, they're all masked up and
they'll figure it out. That's the thing.
Yeah, so they're actually okay. They're more resilient than you think.
They're more resilient than us. That's the thing that we have to try to remember. We're the ones that are all freaking out. They're just like, whatever, Dad, but I'm like, will you wear your mask? It's a simple question. They're like, yes, I will wear my mask. I promise. I'm like, okay, well, that's about the best I can get out of this one. So, look, I got this for you. So next time, we need the splat, right? When people don't speak up. So, all right. I don't think Najeeb's coming back. We have to give him another minute. So we've done all the updates except for Najeeb. Hopefully he'll be back in a moment. this is the part of the meeting where you can ask or say or share something that that you need to do. Because remember, why are we here? We're trying to move the EXO economy forward. That's it. I mean, that really is the goal of this meeting every single week in perpetuity. So what can we do in the next few weeks to move the EXO economy forward? For me, and the only thing I'm really focused on right now, it's about liquidity. And so, you know, details aside, that's pretty much all I'm doing. I don't actually need anything specific right this second. I've got my marching orders across the board, but what about anybody else? What might you need to help you do what you do better? I mean, Nikki, I know that you've got lots of job things out and requests, and you know, I do know for 100% fact that the liquidity piece is going to help you massively as it comes online with everything that you're doing. It's just, that's why I think it's the most important thing right now. It's because it's just going to unlock so many things for so many people, which is super fun. So what about anybody else while we give Najeeb a little more time to reboot?
Is this an appropriate place to talk about the seed of the ETH?
The seed? Well, I think you can reference the opportunity that you posted or the
Okay.
yes and yes, it's fine. So what Nikki's talking about is really seeking early participants in early liquidity as we bring the gateway, Uniswap, and the WEXOs as an ERC20 bridge wrapped token online. We need pioneers in that space right now who understand, right? We don't want people in there in the early days that are kind of like, hey, this is all done for me, right? That's not what you're looking for. You need people that really understand what's going on. And Nikki, I've got another one for you that was introduced, as I said. Really, he's really excited and he knows what he's doing. And I think he's going to be a wonderful addition to sort of Team WEXOs. Just for anybody who doesn't have this, I'll take a second. What we have done is EXOs is the native digital asset of the EXO economy, which is the digital economic layer of the OpenExO community around the world. So we have this currency, this unit of account or value that we can trade with one another for things, just like money, funny enough. And what we've done is we want cross-chain interoperability for various reasons with other chains. The first one that we chose to do was Ethereum, you know, because there's like a $60 billion liquidity pool there in Ethereum seeking yield. So we want liquidity, they want liquidity, and it's a market. So what was done is we took the EXOs, this confuses people. I had two conversations yesterday about this. We took the EXOs token, which still exists and hasn't gone anywhere. Okay, it's on its own chain. It's a native digital asset of the EXOs blockchain, which is the blockchain of the EXO economy and the OpenExO community. Can't say that enough times. But you can create a version of it on another chain. And in this way, you connect your two chains. Therefore, now either of those chains can take advantage of capabilities of the other. So if you're on the Ethereum side, you might want to find your path to getting some EXOs eventually so you can use them in the OpenExO marketplace. That'd be neat. Then you can have people help you on your business. Go the other way. You can take your EXOs and turn them into WEXOs, which was EXOs with a little W on the front. And you can take advantage of, say, trade in marketplaces, in DeFi, like Uniswap, decentralized finance. What does this mean? It means that you can earn in the native digital currencies of the Ethereum blockchain, and you would have paths to move back and forth from WEXOs to ETH, right? ETH is a broad-based digital currency that everyone knows about, ETH. So ETH to WEXOs, WEXOs to EXOs. So you see now they're all linked, and you can use capabilities of both chains. And there are ways to create, you should be able to mine WEXOs, for example, right? Which would allow you to make more of them on the Ethereum network and then trade them back and forth with EXOs, right? And ETH. So you get the point. So this is the thing. And when we say play in the liquidity pool or be an early adopter or pioneer, we're wanting people to help play in that space where we're bridging and connecting the Ethereum blockchain with the OpenExO Exos blockchain. And that's what Najeeb was about to demo. And I do see he's possibly coming back. So you can interrupt me anytime, Najeeb, if you're listening. I'm just doing some airtime fill here. So, but yes, Nikki, it's, and last piece on this before I hand it back over to Najeeb. We want those pioneers, clear and simple. Interesting. And people have been bringing me people who want to do this because they have ETH and they love the OpenExO community and what EXOS stands for, which is transforming the world for a better future. And they know that by operating in these liquidity pools, they're actually helping to transform the world in a certain way, right? And that's pretty neat. And I can imagine a future where we're interoperable with lots of chains. But for now, ETH is enough. We have our hands full. So take it away, Najeeb.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the technical
issue
here with Windows. But anyway, what I was just going through, I would just do a recap is we are just a few days ago to all the testing that we are doing. Of course, we have split it on the wallet itself. And I'm going to go in a few minutes about what it means with that. And of course, the contracts. And the contract is because the contract, remember, we are moving into, we are extending, I would say, the gateway is the extension of the EXOS to WEXOS, that is a native token on the TDN network. And basically, we have been extensively doing the testing on the wallet itself. I would say that we have done it on the WEXOS part, converting and doing that. But the one of the things that I just keep saying from the beginning is the wallet itself, the gateway is going to do some functionality, but everything is going back to the EXOS blockchain. What it means with that is all the transactions they're going to go doing is going to be reflected on the chain itself, all the status of the transactions. Then all the traceability of what is happening on this transaction is happening there. Then what you're going to start to see is more use, of course, more transactions in our own blockchain. And then going back to what it means with the testing that we have been focused on extensively, it is that this is a wallet that we add some functionality with the gateway, but at the same time, it needs to keep working as a wallet. Then the extensive functionality that we are doing, actually, I'm going to go a little bit more into here, is even that we are doing a transaction here, that this is the main thing. I think this is the first time that everyone is looking here. This is very proactive. I put a wrong address here. It's going to start to tell me more in detail what is the address, what is the issue. If I have a good or bad address, I'm going to copy one address that I have here that is a good one. Then it's going to start to tell me, yes, it's this one. If I don't have balance enough, then it's going to tell me what is there. And all of these things are, okay, I already complete 100% or 10% of the quota that is daily of my daily quota or the gateway quota. But then all of these transactions going back to our wallet, and then we are testing in these past days, and I think tomorrow will be finished, is that we need to be able that new people use it. People that we are not concerned, but people that have been using the wallet, that have been staking, the test that we are doing is people that have 10 stakes, they need to reflect the 10 stakes. But people that is doing 100 or 1,000 of stakes, it got to be exactly the same that we have right now. That is something. For example, we were just a few days ago looking that some staking were not there because some technical details that we have there, but that need to be 100% sure. People that it's only a few people that have been using this one for the mining. Actually, it was on us, but even going back that far, those transactions need to be exactly like they are on the actual wallet. Then it shouldn't be any changes there, and we want to be sure that is 110% sure that it works. And we are doing it with a very extensive big wallet to be sure that it's not only with 10 transactions now, that we had thousands of transactions, to be sure that it is 1,010, it is 110 here. And we put on top of that one a new transaction that it goes to the gateway, it go. That is basically the testing. We are over testing to be sure, because this is a big deal. But at the same time, I know everyone is looking very excited. We are going to invite, I hope this week to share this one. Is going to be still on the test net. We want to do extensive tests with you guys on the test net, but we are ready just to we pretty much the contract we are using right now on the test net is going to be the same contract that we're going to deploy on the main net. We are, I think last week, and I have been talking with Eric, the gas to deploy the contract and start to do the distribution. That is something that we need to have it to be able to do it on the mainnet. That is pretty much what we are, but we are very excited because the wallet is start to look well. This all that I'm sharing here is all coded. Go here at the moment, you go contact the gateway back and forward with all of the testing and security involved there. Then is something that hopefully we can just start to do it this week with some of you guys. And then maybe we are planning to do, by the way, one internal session with you guys, and that's when we show you in detail. It's not like use it and see if you can guess. No, something. But at least it's something that is important is the concept and what is new. I just want to be sure that what is new. What is new is that we need to have a WEXOS address, and then how you get that WEXOS address, and that's the only thing, because you need that in the process. And then for me, I don't want to make it sound simplicity, but I don't want to make it over complex. But basically, it's download MetaMask. I will go and do MetaMask, and this is the contract number. You add it there as an asset, and then immediately it's going to start to basically fall into the process. But it's not complicated, but it's new. And when we do new things, we found some friction there. We want that friction is minimal. How? There we will be, of course, looking for from Kevin's videos, always very welcome. And then here is not going to be deception.
It occurs to me, Najeeb, that, and Nikki, this crosses over to something you said, talking about running like a demo, right? But what Najeeb's suggesting is we're going to have a live internal opportunity for members of the OpenExO community who have the prerequisites, which you got to have some ETH, you got to have some EXOs, you got to have the wallet. You should have all this when you show up, preferably to the party. Then we're going to help walk everybody through it on this sort of live thing. That is an unbelievable opportunity. Like, you have to realize how many people in the world use crypto at all, right? So figure that out and then divide that by the number of living humans, all right? Actually, just go for the big number. All the humans that have ever existed. It's around 10 billion, right? So then figure out how many humans have ever existed have used crypto. And it's going to be a pretty small percentage. Now say how many people that have used crypto have used decentralized finance. And it's going to be even smaller. And you're going to be able to realize that if you figure this out, if you work with us, if you have some patience and do the work, then you're going to be absolutely statistically unique, right? In terms of all of humanity that's ever lived. Using something that is one of the most cutting edge exponential technologies on the planet. So cutting edge that it's driving all kinds of controversy in regulatory aspects globally. It's nuts right out there. And so, I mean, come on, when do you get that kind of an opportunity in your whole life? It's neat. That's why we do this, right? And we do it with this community because we should be first, right? We should just be first. So give it a go if you want to. So that's awesome, Najeeb. Thank you. So many improvements in the wallet. Can't even, I mean, I love the little help bubbles too. You didn't click on them, but all those little red eyes along each little box, that's super because it really helps people as they go through. What is this field for, right? It's going to make a big difference. Little things like that go a long way.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we have invested a lot of time because we found that people usually need to go away from the wallet to find out in half of the internet what it means. Then we say, okay, let's try just to that it click there. Everybody knows pretty much that what is there, at least to try to give them as much information that is possible there, and even a link to go, not that they just open Google and try to figure out what is the question that they need to ask.
Yeah, good luck with that. You know, it's so funny, like here we are saying, look, there's an onboarding process here. It's something that you can go through with people who understand it, who will help you. All the people who figured this out before us and before we built our own bridge they didn't have any of that, right? Those were really the people who were struggling. So anyways, it's super exciting overall. So anyways, I hope everybody feels that. Thank you, Najeeb. Does anybody else have items? Cesar, I know you want to talk about incentivization mechanisms a little bit. So do you want to bring that up? And I mean, I can kind of predict the next step is going to be a second meeting, but I'm happy to try to lock that down with you if you want.
No, I think the main point is the next step. Okay, that's what this meeting is about. So if we can trigger that, that would be cool. Like for example, last week we triggered the crowdfunding, and Nikki already started. So I think that's what we need to do. We need to trigger the next step.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm available to book for that somehow. We'll figure out what day we should do that, and sooner rather than later. And I know that there's OpenExO is stepping up to put some ETH into the bridge to help cover the transaction fees for the early adopters, right? It's not unlimited. We won't be covering transaction fees forever, but we're going to be putting some ETH in there to help kind of reduce friction for early transactions. So that is something that is on the table. We are working on setting that up. It's over with the finance team to set up the necessary pieces. We're trying to do it everything like completely in order, in the right things on the backside. So apologies for the delay on that. It is still incoming to those who asked.
Yeah, and perhaps another point, and that's a question, Najeeb, is your team the one who is gonna make WXOs available in Metamask, or do you need anybody from project management coordination to do that?
I'm not sure if I understood your question, but basically we will do a short video, because the main thing is for people how to find our token, especially for the demo that we are going to do in the testnet. And there is basically we are going to say, this is the contract. You need to add an asset on the MetaMask, and immediately it's going to pop up there. Then on your own wallet, it's going to have your address. And then again, it's only 3 steps. But we want to show them one by one with, of course, with the voice of Kevin.
Okay, but that's something you and your team will be leading then.
Yes, we will be leading that, because it's the
Okay.
first time, and we want to be sure that it's done. That is not people click all the buttons. It's 3 buttons, and we want to make sure that it's straight.
It just occurred to me that I've seen Vanessa's really cool little cartoon being a little bit some of the face of things, but Kevin's the voice of things. So that's Vanessa's little cartoon with Kevin's voice. That's going to be awesome.
I feel like, hey guys, so welcome to the tutorial.
That's
Truly
awesome.
diverse.
It will be something like that.
Oh gosh. Oh man. Vanessa, are you an alto? Do you sing? What is that? Okay. All righty. Well, I think we did it. Did your littlest there have any updates today, Jill?
No, that he's just talking to Kevin, and he's not talking back, so he gets very grumpy on these calls.
Oh no! How many exos does he have? Some exos yet? Did you get him a wallet? Is he all wired up?
Yeah.
I'll bet you. Yeah, set up a data campaign. I'll bet people will send. He's super cute. People will totally send exos. Yeah, you can crowdfund.
Crowdfund.
Yeah.
That's it, my boy.
Oh,
Send
man.
EXOs to the disappearing baby.
I know, right? That's funny. You might want to keep his head on there, Jill. Okay. Well, enough. All right, everybody. I think we can go ahead and wrap today. This has been a fun meeting. Thank you so much. And it's good to relax a little bit every now and then too. So I think with that, I'm going to go off and get ready and jump to the next one. But Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna take 1 minute. I can't stress this enough. Lisa talked about EXO Insights. EXO Insights part of something called EXO Media, and there's a video on demand, there's podcasts, there's now the Insights publication. Really go check these things out. I mean, the wealth of knowledge that's there. If you go to, say, for example, media.exoworld.live and you type in EXO or Bitcoin, if you type in Bitcoin, you're going to find some astounding talks and interviews and conversations, that have happened across the whole EXO universe, because almost all of our video, not these kind of meetings, but no, actually these would, are become searchable over time in the video portal. It's crazy. Like, it's so, I mean, a lot of people are using it, but a fraction of what I think should, because of how much wealth of knowledge is there. So go check those things out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, join the OpenExO community, and we can talk about it in the circles and send links and all kinds of stuff around, but it's all on the website. So openexo.com, exoworld.live, or economy.openexo.com, or just some of the entry points to that whole vast universe. So check those things out. It's really amazing. And there are thousands of people that are, if any of this is interesting to you, then they're thinking like you too. And they're just awesome. I mean, so I've had three or four interactions with community members in the last week that I was just like, huh, wow, okay, I didn't know that was going on here. So there's just so much of that, right? It's really cool. So go check it out. It's super fun. All right, that's my public service announcement and advertisement for the day, mostly. And I'll talk to everyone soon. All right, have a great day, rest of your day, wherever you are.